So if you guys remember last time, I had did a unlock on this particular PSP, and remember I have nothing on this PSP, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab it. And I just want to show you guys that I have nothing. I have no games, nothing on here, and there's nothing on here from last time. But we do have the unlock on here, and that way you guys can see right here that we have all the unlock whatever. But I haven't put no games on here. The goal is to finally go ahead and back up some of my games on this particular handheld. Back up a game on here, and also I'm gonna try to back up a movie. I think there's a couple of ways you can do it, but that's the goal, is to be able to back some of my games up on my handheld and to be able to have that awesome handheld that I wanted to do. So all right, let's get started.
What is going on, you guys? Your boy Famous Kid Video Game Entertainment. And before we go any further, make sure you hit the like, subscribe button. Click like, subscribing. It's always a big help.
What was so awesome about the PSP is to be able to play games as well as watch your movies on here, and I thought that that's just super awesome. I love that. The fact is that you can have a collection of games and have you a little small collection of movies, but at the same time we just can't take this whole library with us when we up on the go. So at the same time, how about to be able to have it just downloaded on the handheld itself? That's the whole point that we want to do, and this is what I'm going to try to go through and try to get this done. So hopefully this works. It does work. All right, so yeah, so I'm not going to put my whole entire list of games and stuff like that. I'm probably just gonna do maybe 1, 2, and just to see if this all works out. And
let me pause and make this clear. This is not a how-to or tutorial video. It's up to you if you want to follow along. I make mistakes, and there is far better videos out there that can explain and break it down better than me. This is what I'm doing. I'm quite sure you guys might have better or even quicker ways of doing this. And if so, please explain in the comments. My goal for us is to all help each other, and myself included. Thank you for your help, and let's begin.
Just wanted to let you guys know I am doing only PSP in this video, PSP games in this video. As far as like PS1 games, I'm going to be working with that in another video down the road. Okay. All right. Now, if you guys saw the last video, you guys should basically, I mean, this is like self-explanatory. You should gotta know how to basically get from your SD card or your memory card to the PC. You can plug it up using the USB cable from the PSP to your PC, or you could do like what I usually do, is just take the adapter out, take the card out, and you could just put it onto your PC itself. Okay, in this case right now, I got the PSP plugged up to my PC. Okay, now this is going to be one method. Okay, I can't, now this method is probably like going to be, to me, probably like maybe could be just the easiest method, if you guys want to say. I don't know, but okay, in this case right here, I'm gonna use this game right here called Blade Dancer. Okay, we're gonna use this game called Blade Dancer. I have the actual physical copy, as I can show you right here. I have the physical copy, but just in case that you guys got your hustle on and you go ahead and get this game, I don't know however you gonna get it. I'm just letting you know. All right, now if you got the game, this is just one method. Okay, this is basically get your hustle on, get your game, and you got your games on your PC, and you just want to just go ahead and just put it on the PSP itself. Okay, so we're gonna get the game, but what we're gonna do, we're gonna make a folder. We're gonna make a folder, and we're gonna name it ISO. Okay, you're gonna name it ISO right there, and then basically you just take this and just go ahead, drag it up in there, just copy it up in there. Just take all your ISOs and copy up in there. You good. As long as the format is ISO, you good to go. All right, now once you're done copying it to the ISO folder, you can go ahead and just take your SD card out, pop it back in your PSP, or you could just go ahead and unplug your PSP from the PC, and let's just, in all of the words, just hop back to the PSP. And then at the same time, all you gotta do is go to your games folder, whatever, where your memory card is, and your game is right there chilling, or your games should be sitting right there chilling. All right, and everything's done at that point. Now if you got a library of games, then you basically done with this video. Just go ahead and start playing your games and just kicking it. But let's just go ahead. We're just testing this out, making sure that this is good. But if you still hanging and you just like, hey, I got physical games, and you just want to go ahead and copy that, then we're gonna hop over there and see what's up with that. In the meantime, check this out. It's yeah, looks good, huh? All right, the second method, same thing. We're gonna go ahead and get the PSP to our PC using, maybe if you want to take the SD card out and plug it up to your to your PC, or which I'm doing right now. I just have the PSP just plugged up to my PC itself in this case. Okay, however you do it, just connect it to your PC somehow. Okay, all right, in this case right here, now that we got this connected, we're not going to do anything yet, but there's a file that we definitely need to download, and we're going to go to this website right here. I'm gonna leave a link in the description. Now, when links that I leave in the description, I mean, sometimes these things, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't work. If something just doesn't work and there's a problem, or something doesn't work out for you, or this is not in the third, it's just always just best, because like basically we just need PSP filer. So it's just best to just use Google and just like type in whatever the name is, and then just type in download, because that way you can kind of like see what's the best like ways to get files like this when you need to. All right, but we're just gonna go here, then we're just gonna go ahead and scroll down, and then there's two ways of going ahead and download this file. MediaFire is pretty good if you want to do it like that. Just wait for a second and then the link pop up and then you just download it. But then right here, I'm just going to use right here. We're just going to do that direct link and then just save it somewhere. I'm just going to save it to my PSP power folder. So that's what, if you guys watched the last video and everything, that's where basically the files is. So I just basically got it. I just saving it right here. Once I got the file, we're just going to go ahead and extract it. What I usually do, I like to extract it to its own little folder. Okay, once we do that, we're just going to go inside the folder. We're going to go to release, and we're going to see a couple of folders right here. I'm just going to go to the first one, then we're just going to get this folder right here. We're just going to copy it back on our PSP. We just copied the file, and we're just going to go to PSP, then we're going to go to game, and then we're just going to paste it right there. That's where we're going to paste it at. Okay, and that's going to be the file that we need to go ahead and back up our physical games to our PSP itself. Once we're done with everything, we're just going ahead and just close everything out, unplug your PSP from your PC, and let's just hop over to the PSP itself. Now what we're going to do, we're going to take our physical game and just pop it in our PSP. Before we go any further, I'm going to be using the army of 2, and as you can see the symbol of the physical game inside the PSP itself. Now that we are here and we got the game in there, okay, now what we're going to do, we're not going to put the game, we're not going to turn the game, we're just going to go ahead and scroll over to the memory stick, and we're going to go to PSP filer, and that's where we're going to be at. All right, now upon opening this, you're going to be presented with, okay, you're just going to select your language, and then at that point just push square to select and save. It's going to take a second, and as long as your game is in, all you have to do right here, you don't have to select anything, just go ahead and push the triangle button, and as long as your game is up in there, you'll be presented with this menu right here. All you have to do is press the right button. It can, I don't know if you want to say the right trigger, it's only one button at the top, so just press the right button. Once you press that, you'll be presented right here, and then at this point in time you can change the name, but I'm not going to touch anything. Okay, I'm just going to leave everything the way it is. It's up to you if you want to change the name. All right, but at this point you're just going to push the start button. Once you press the start button, then it's just going to go ahead and start ripping the game to your PSP. Okay, it's going to take a bit because it's ripping the game, so it's going to take its time. And with the power of editing, once you get this, you just press the X button, and then you already ripped everything's good. Okay, you're going to get back to this menu. At this point, you're just going to press the home button or the PS button, and then just quit game, say yes, and it's going to go right back to the menu. At this point, you're done. So I'm going to show you right here, just basically right here, I'm going to show you, I'm just going to take out the game right here, right up on here. I'm just going to pop out the game. Okay, so right here you see a physical game right here because you see the symbol, and then I'm just going to take out the game. Give me a second. Okay, took out the game, and then now we're just going to go ahead and be right here on the memory stick. So we're just going to click on the memory stick. Then now you see the Army of 2 is right there. I took out the game, and now the game is already dubbed on here. If you dubbed your game right, then you can just go ahead and just pop your PSP back to your PC and then just go to your ISO folder. And then right here, you'll see the game that you just dubbed. Now, in this case, what I'm going to do, we're just going to go ahead and change the name. I'm going to still keep the information, but at the same time, I'm just going to go ahead and just just give it the name. And then at this point in time, if you wanted to, you can go ahead and actually just copy this and then just like back it up to like save it. And then that way you got an ISO game just like this one. So at the same time, if you wanted to do something like that, but other than just knock yourself out on just dubbing all your games onto your PSP. We hustled our game and got on a PSP. We got our physical game and we got it on a PSP. Now it's time for us to put a movie on the PSP. Physical movie on the PSP. Let's do this. Place whatever movie you want to use for right now in your PSP. Make sure it's playing. Now, don't play the physical movie and start watching the movie, but we just need the movie in the PSP. While the movie's up in there, and I want to show you that there's a physical movie up in here. As you can see, you see the UMD, which is a physical movie in here. Okay, but I'm going to click off of it and then press the select button. We're going to press X to go to the advanced BSH menu. Then we're just going to change the USB device from memory stick to, we're just going to keep going. We're going to keep finding it till we see UMD. Once we see UMD, that's it. All you guys to do, press select again and exit out of here. Then what we're going to do, we're just going to go and just plug our PSP to our PC. You could do it through the USB connection. So basically have that cable at this point. Okay, now that your PSP is plugged up to your computer and set up, now if you go to this PC or my PC up on your computer, when you go up in there and instead of you seeing like your other files, like your PSP game and stuff like that off your PSP, now it just actually shows the name of the UMD that you have currently in the system, which what I'm using right now is Blade. I don't know if like all the other movies is gonna show like that, like far as like the like some of the other movies is gonna show that, or it might show like some numbers or something like that. I'm not sure, but in this case right now it's showing the name. Now what you want to do up on your computer, you want to basically create a folder for your movies where you want to store on your computer. So in this case, I'm in my PSP Power folder, and I created a folder inside there for PSP movies. Okay, once you do that, to store it on your computer, you want to go to your PSP, which is in this case it's going to be the Blade movie. Go inside that Blade movie and take this ISO, and we're just going to copy it. Okay, then we're going to go to our folder where we're saving our file, where we're saving our movie at, and then we're just going to paste it there. I'm going to go ahead and give it some time and just let it just go ahead and just copy over or whatever. Go grab a cup of coffee, you know, go chill, get a snack, whatever, because it might be a minute, because this is like at least a gig. So give it a minute for it to go ahead and store on your computer. All right, with the power of editing. But hold up, while I'm letting this thing dub, I might as well go ahead and get like some sort of photo. You want to get some sort of photo so where you have like a nice thumbnail. Okay, in this case I'm gonna use Yahoo at this point right now, because the fact is it's just way more better for me. It's up to you if you want to use Google. It's up to you however you guys want to get your photos for your movies or stuff like that. But in this case, I just see some really cool images of the Blade movie, like something like this. This is like super cool. I like that. So I'm just gonna get that. And just as long as it's like a JPEG, just make sure it's a JPEG though. So if you can, if say for instance like you download this, just use it like try to edit, but when you save as, just try to save as a JPEG if possible, because that's the only way it's gonna save on your thing. But in this case, I'm just gonna grab that, and as you can see, I can already it's already let me get a JPEG, so I don't have to even worry about anything. So in this case, I'm just gonna go ahead and go right into the movie, and then I'm just gonna save it right there. This might be a bit of a process to go ahead and get movies on your PSP, but with this method, you'll be able to actually, if you have the PSP Go, you'll be able to get those movies and be able to dub them on your PSP Go with this particular method. Okay, because it's the same thing. All you gotta do, only thing about it is that you can't have the physical game on your PSP Go. So in this method, we're gonna copy things, and then that way when you paste them, you can copy, once you copy to your computer, you can paste it onto the PSP Go with this method. So I know it's to take a little bit, but once this bad part of like just waiting, that's the part that can be a little bit challenging. So all right, we're just gonna go ahead and fast forward it so we can finish up. Okay, now that everything is backed up on your PC, we're just going to go ahead and unplug the PSP and we're going to hop back to our PSP because we got to change some things back real fast. All right, now that we're back on our PSP, don't go too far away from your PC. But in this case, what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and take out the movie inside the PSP. Okay, so you're just going to see me. I'm just going to go ahead and take this movie out. Okay, I'm going to go ahead. Okay, now that I took the movie out, we're just going to go back. We're going to go ahead and do one more change. Okay, I just want to let you guys know I took the movie out. It's out of there. Okay, but what we're going to do, we're going to press the select button. Then we're going to go back to advanced, BSH menu, and then we're going to change that UMD to memory stick. Okay, now once we do that, we're just going to go ahead and press select again to exit out, and then we're going to go back to the USB connection, connect your PSP to your PC. Okay, now that if you change your stuff back to the memory stick, then when you plug it back up to your PSP back up to the PC, then you should have your stuff right back here and you're good. Okay, now we're gonna go back to our PSP movies where we had dubbed our stuff at. Then at this same time, what we're gonna do, we gotta change these over here. So what I want to do, I want to make sure that both of these has the same name. But just in case, you want to go to right click and make sure your file extensions is showing. Okay, so go to view, go to show, and then like make sure that your file name extensions are enabled. Okay, so make sure of that. Okay, before we just keep going, now we're just going to go ahead and make sure that we change these names. Okay, make sure, just like I said, make sure both names are the same, but make sure your picture is a JPEG. Okay, so you have your Blade ISO that we just changed from backing up from the disk, and we have our JPEG picture that give it like a nice little cover art on the PSP. So make sure both of these are looking the same. Okay, now you don't have to do the art, it's up to you, but it just would just look nice to just have like a library of your movies and have like photos or something like that of the movie. I just thought that might be super awesome. Okay, now we're ready to get it to the PSP. All right, we're just gonna copy both of these, we're gonna copy them, and now we're gonna go to our PSP, we're gonna go to our ISO where our games is. Now notice that now in order for me to make the movies, I need to make a folder up in here. Okay, I don't have a folder up in here for my movies, but you have to make a folder to separate from your movies and your game. So in this case, I'm just gonna go ahead and make a new folder and create a folder called video, all in caps. Okay, so don't forget that. Okay, now inside that folder, we're just gonna go ahead now paste that in there. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, backing up the movies is awesome, and you know, of course, because you know, I mean, there's ways of going ahead and get your movies, your UMD movies, and just have it just more easier, just have it and then just upload it, if you know what I mean. But in this case right here, this is a good way. If you have a library of movies that you have for the PSP, you can go ahead and back them up and be able to go ahead and play them on your PSP and your PSP Go with the power of editing. All right, so now that we're done, we're just going to go ahead and take out our PSP, and then we're going to go hop back on our PSP. Now, I do want to say, I want to mention that hopefully that our artwork will come on the PSP itself. It's what I read when I was looking this stuff up, and this is like the directions that it was basically saying. So I'm not sure if it's going to pop up. If it doesn't, I'm not worried about it, but hopefully it does. You know, it's just probably chances that this stuff might not pop up. But I mean, to me, as long as the movie is playing, I just thought that it might be kind of cool to just kind of add the artwork. So if it doesn't work, then just bypass that step about the artwork and just, you know, dub the movie on there, dub all your movies on there, and just move forward, because, you know, I mean, I just thought it might be kind of cool. All right, but let's just hop back to the PSP. All right, home stretch. All he has to do is just go, and now we're back on our memory stick. We're just going to check our games right there, and then now we're just going to check, we're going to go to the video, and then let's just see. All right, we're just gonna let it load, and let's see, and our movie is right there. It didn't show the artwork, but hey, whatever, it's fine. But at the same time, let's go ahead and test this out. I can't show too much of this. Oh, okay, so it just resets itself, and then now let's see what happens after it resets itself. So I guess we have to give it a minute before it start playing. Remember, this is my first time doing all this, so I'm pretty much as new to this myself. So look at, check it out. Now what it does, it creates a UMD movie, and what it shows like the UMD, and it shows the symbol of of it to where that the UMD is working. But at the same time, we can go ahead and now we can click in it and being able to play the movie. Instead of me showing like the movie or at least the footage, here is a still shot of this awesome car of the movie playing on the PSP. In this case, I'm just gonna go back. You could just use it, and then it's like the menu, just like the PS2. So you can go ahead and navigate back out of it. Okay, now that I'm back over here in the regular menu, there you have it. Okay, now this is awesome. I'm gonna take the time out and I'm gonna go ahead and like add more movies. I'm gonna add more games, and yeah, this is about to I'm just gonna build this whole thing up and stuff like that. And just like I said, in the next one, I'm just gonna work up on doing the PS1. I'm gonna try to do a little study doing that and try to set that up and everything else. But this is awesome. I mean, oh my goodness, this is gonna be amazing. Now I can play my games and I can watch some of my favorite movies that was on the UMD. And ironically, it looks good. The movies really look good on the PSP. It's really looking like, seriously. Well, and of course the games still look good on the PSP. And the PSP Go is definitely a good winner too to get. All right, you guys. Enough of me yapping, Pete myself, messing up, just trying to get this stuff done. If you made it this far, I truly, truly appreciate it. And from gamer to gamer, thanks for watching.